Discipline over motivation, why comfort is your enemy. Let me ask you this. Are you living the life you're capable of or just the life that feels easy? Because here's the hard truth. Comfort doesn't care about your dreams. Comfort doesn't care about your potential. Comfort is the silent enemy that robs you of everything you could become. Chapter No One, the Trap of Comfort. The trap of comfort is the most silent and most dangerous enemy you will ever face. It doesn't attack you loudly. It doesn't knock down your door. It doesn't even announce itself. It whispers. It tempts. It tells you you've done enough today. Take it easy. It says, stay where you are. Don't push too hard. And before you realize it, comfort has built a cage around your life. A cage you can't see, but one you can feel every single day when you wake up and know deep down you're living below your potential. Think about how society is built today. Everything is designed to make you comfortable. Your phone delivers instant entertainment. Your chair is cushioned to make you sit longer. Food arrives at your door with a single tap. Life has become easier than ever before in history, but let me ask you, has easy made us stronger or has easy made us weaker? Look around. People are stressed, unfulfilled, overweight, and drifting through life. Why? Because comfort has made us complacent. Comfort is not just a couch. It's not just Netflix or junk food or sleeping in. Comfort is a mindset. It's that part of you that avoids hard conversations because they might be uncomfortable. It's that part of you that doesn't chase the promotion, doesn't build the business, doesn't take the risk because staying safe feels easier. But here's the truth. Comfort might feel safe today, but it is the most dangerous risk you can ever take with your life because if you let it win, you never grow, you never evolve, you never become the person you were meant to be. Jocko Willink once said, discipline equals freedom. And those words are not just motivation, they are survival. Discipline pulls you out of comfort. And the moment you leave comfort behind, that's where growth begins. That's where strength is forged. That's where the future version of you starts to take shape. Let me give you an example. Imagine a seed. If a seed stays in the comfort of the packet, it never becomes a tree. It never breaks open. It never struggles against the soil, never reaches for the sun. It stays the same, small, useless. But when that seed breaks, when it leaves its comfort, that's when life begins. You are the same. If you never step out of the soil of comfort, you never grow roots. You never rise, you never reach. Comfort kills more dreams than failure ever could, because failure at least teaches you. Failure gives you lessons, scars, wisdom. Comfort gives you nothing but the illusion of safety. And here's the dangerous part, you don't even notice it happening. One skipped workout turns into a week. One day of excuses becomes a month. One dream pushed to someday never comes back. Comfort steals your life one soft, quiet decision at a time, but discipline is the opposite. Discipline doesn't whisper sweet lies. Discipline confronts you with hard truths. It says, yes, this will hurt. Yes, this will be hard, but do it anyway. Discipline is showing up when you don't feel like it. Discipline is saying no to the extra hour of sleep and yes to the extra mile of effort. Discipline is not glamorous. It's not fun. It doesn't look good on Instagram, but discipline builds a life that comfort never will. Picture this, it's 5 a.m. The alarm goes off. Comfort says, stay in bed. It's warm, it's easy. Discipline says, get up, move, build yourself. Which voice wins in that moment determines your future, because success is not one big decision. It's 1,000 small ones. Every time you choose discipline, you're laying bricks that build strength, resilience, and freedom. Every time you choose comfort, you're removing bricks, tearing down the very foundation of who you could be. The trap of comfort is also emotional. It's in relationships where you settle for less than you deserve, because leaving feels uncomfortable. It's in careers where you stop challenging yourself because learning something new feels uncomfortable. It's in your mind where you silence your dreams because pursuing them might make you look foolish. But here's the secret. Every breakthrough in life is hidden behind discomfort. Every powerful change in history, every great invention, every story of transformation started with someone willing to be uncomfortable. The reason people admire motivational speakers, athletes, soldiers, entrepreneurs, leaders is not because they had it easy. It's because they chose discomfort when comfort was an option. They got up when most people stayed down. They endured when most people quit. And that choice separated them from the masses. Ask yourself, what is comfort costing you right now? Maybe it's costing you your health. because it's easier to eat fast food than to cook a healthy meal. Maybe it's costing you your dreams because it's easier to scroll than to study. Maybe it's costing you your self-respect because it's easier to say tomorrow, than to start today. Comfort feels good in the moment, but leaves you hollow. Discipline feels hard in the moment, but leaves you fulfilled. If you want a future worth living, you must declare war on comfort. You must see it for what it is. Not a friend, not a safe place, but an enemy in disguise. Every time you choose comfort, you're surrendering a piece of your potential. But every time you fight back, every time you choose discipline, you reclaim a piece of your freedom. So remember this: comfort is not rest. Rest is earned. Comfort is avoidance. Rest recharges you. Comfort weakens you. And if you keep choosing comfort, one day you will look back and realize you never lived. You only existed. Discipline is not easy, but it is worth it. Comfort is easy, but it will cost you everything. The choice is yours every single day, every single moment. Do you stay in the trap of comfort, or do you step into the fire of discipline where real growth, real change, and real freedom exist? Because the trap of comfort is real, but so is your ability to break free. Chapter Note to the old you vs. the future you. There are two versions of you, the one you are right now and the one you are capable of becoming, the old you versus the future you. And the truth is, every single decision you make is casting a vote for who wins. The old you loves comfort. The old you loves excuses. The old you says, I'll start tomorrow. It's too hard. I don't have time. The old you is full of dreams, but never action. The old you is trapped in patterns of hesitation, procrastination, and regret. That's why the old you always feels like something is missing, because deep down, you know that version of you isn't the best you. It's just the easiest you. Now imagine the future you, the version that wakes up with energy, with purpose, with discipline, the version that is respected, trusted, admired, not because life was easy, but because you chose to make it meaningful. The future you has achieved the goals you're afraid to even write down right now. The future you is stronger, sharper, more resilient. That version of you exists, but only if you're willing to bury the old you. Here's the brutal truth: your old self will fight to survive. Every morning when you wake up, the old you is waiting. It whispers, stay in bed, skip the workout, play it safe. It wants to drag you back into the same patterns that kept you small. And if you're not careful, the old you wins. That's why transformation feels like war, because it is war against the weaker version of yourself. Think about it. How many times have you promised yourself you'd change? How many times have you said, this Monday I'll start. This year will be different. And yet here you are, not because you're not capable, but because the old you is persuasive. It convinces you that you'll start later, that discipline can wait, that your goals aren't urgent. But here's the truth: the longer you wait, the stronger the old you becomes. Jocko Willink once said, don't expect to be motivated every day. Expect to be disciplined every day. That's how the future you wins, because discipline doesn't care about your mood. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired, busy, or uninspired. Discipline only asks one thing: will you show up or not? Every time you show up, the future you grows stronger. Every time you don't, the old you digs its claws in deeper. Let me give you a story. Imagine two wolves living inside you. One represents the old you, one represents the future you. Both are hungry. Both want to dominate your life. Which one wins? The one you feed. If you feed the old you with excuses, with laziness, with comfort, it becomes stronger until it controls you. But if you feed the future you with discipline, with courage, with consistent effort, that version grows, and one day it becomes unstoppable. The old you is always comfortable because it never leaves the safe zone. The future you is uncomfortable because it's always growing, always pushing, always evolving. Which one feels better in the moment, the old you? Which one feels better for a lifetime? The future you. That's the choice. Short-term pleasure or long-term pride? I want you to do something right now. Picture yourself 5 years from today. Two paths. In one path, the old you won. You stayed in comfort. You repeated the same habits. You told yourself the same excuses. What does that version of you look like? Are you healthier or weaker? Richer or poorer? Proud or regretful? Now look at the other path, the future you, the one who chose discipline over comfort day after day. What does that version look like? Stronger, happier, more fulfilled. That future is real, but only one of them will exist, and you're the one deciding every single day. It's not a matter of ability. You are capable. You have the talent, the potential, the strength. The difference between the old you and the future you isn't ability. It's discipline. It's whether you can silence the excuses and choose the harder path. It's whether you can sacrifice comfort now to gain freedom later. And yes, it will hurt. The old you will scream when you wake up earlier than you want to. The old you will resist when you push your body past its limits. The old you will complain when you spend hours building instead of wasting. But every time you ignore that voice, the old you dies a little more, and the future you takes its place. Here's the secret: every small decision matters. You don't transform in a single day. You transform in thousands of tiny battles. The decision to read instead of scroll, to work out instead of sleep in, to save money instead of wasting it, to speak the truth instead of staying silent. Each choice is small, but together they build a future that the old you could never touch. The old you is familiar. That's why so many people never escape it. They're comfortable being the same person year after year. But you're different. You're listening to this because something inside you knows there's more. Something inside you is tired of the old patterns, the old excuses, the old life. Something inside you is calling you forward to become the future you. Don't ignore that voice. It's the most important voice you'll ever hear, because the old you will lead you to regret. The future you will lead you to freedom. And at the end of your life, when you look back, you will know which one you fed. So ask yourself right here, right now, are you going to keep living as the old you? Or are you ready to fight for the future you? Because the battle has already started. And the decision is yours. Chapter No. 3, The Pain of Regret vs. The Pain of Growth. Life is going to give you pain no matter what you do. There is no way around it. You cannot escape it. You can only choose which pain you are willing to carry. The pain of regret or the pain of growth. One will break you down, the other will build you up. Let's talk about regret first. Regret is the heaviest weight you will ever carry. It doesn't hit you all at once. It creeps up on you year after year, decision after decision, until one day you look back and realize you didn't do the things you could have done. You didn't take the chances. You didn't chase the dream. You didn't live at your full potential. Regret doesn't scream at you in the moment. It whispers decades later, what if? What if you had been braver? What if you had been disciplined? What if you had said yes when it mattered most? That whisper is unbearable because there's no going back. Now compare that to the pain of growth. The pain of growth is real, yes. It burns your muscles. It stretches your mind. It pushes your limits. It demands discipline. It demands sacrifice. But unlike regret, the pain of growth rewards you. It gives you strength. It gives you confidence. It gives you freedom. Every rep in the gym hurts, but it makes you stronger. Every uncomfortable decision stretches you, but it makes you wiser. Every sacrifice you make today builds a future you will thank yourself for. The tragedy is that most people choose the pain of regret without even realizing it. They avoid the pain of growth because it feels hard in the moment, and they skip the workout. They avoid the tough conversation. They stay in the job they hate. They put off their dreams. Why? Because growth hurts now, while regret feels invisible until it's too late. And one day they look in the mirror and realize they don't recognize themselves anymore. That is the cruelest pain of all. Our Jocko Willink has said it countless times. Discipline equals freedom. Why? Because discipline is growth, and growth sets you free from regret. Discipline hurts in the moment, but it frees you from the prison of what could have been. Comfort might protect you from the short-term discomfort of growth, but it chains you to the long-term agony of regret. Think of someone lying on their deathbed. Do you think they regret the times they pushed themselves, the times they worked hard, the times they tried and failed? No, what they regret are the things they never tried, the chances they never took, the goals they abandoned because comfort felt easier. That's the pain of regret. And once you feel it at the end of your life, you can't erase it. It's permanent. But the pain of growth, that pain becomes pride. That pain becomes achievement. That pain becomes freedom. Look at an athlete crossing the finish line after years of discipline. Look at a parent providing a better life for their children after years of sacrifice. Look at a leader inspiring others after years of struggle. That victory wasn't built on comfort. It was built on the pain of growth. And now that pain is transformed into purpose. Here's the paradox. Pain is unavoidable, but it's also the path to greatness. If You choose the pain of growth today, you avoid the pain of regret tomorrow. If you avoid growth today, you guarantee regret tomorrow. So the question is simple: which pain do you want to carry? Think about the choices you face every day. Wake up early or hit snooze. Push through the workout or skip it. Speak up in the meeting or stay silent. Study or waste time. Every one of those choices brings pain. Hitting snooze brings the temporary comfort of sleep, but later the regret of wasted time. Waking up early brings the discomfort of fatigue, but later the pride of progress. The choice is always yours. Short pain with long-term reward, or short-term comfort with long-term regret. The pain of regret is passive. It's the pain you feel from what you didn't do. It makes you a victim of your own inaction. But the pain of growth is active. It's the pain you choose. It makes you a warrior because you're choosing to fight, to endure, to push. One pain steals from you. The other pain pays you back with interest. And here's the secret: most people don't realize the pain of growth never lasts forever. That workout ends. That hard decision passes. That sacrifice fades. But the pride and strength it builds stay with you for life. On the other hand, the pain of regret never goes away. It follows you, it haunts you, it eats at you long after the opportunity is gone. Let me give you an image. Picture two futures again. In one, you're sitting in a rocking chair at 70 years old, looking back with regret. You're thinking about the business you never started, the relationships you never fixed, the health you never protected. Your heart is heavy because you can't change it anymore. In the other future, you're sitting in that same chair, but you're smiling, you're tired, yes. Your body carries scars, your soul carries stories, but you're proud. You know you gave it your all. You embrace the pain of growth. And because of that, you have no regret. That is freedom. So here's the challenge: stop fearing the pain of growth. Start fearing the pain of regret. Let regret terrify you, because it should. Let it push you into action. Let it remind you that every day, every decision is an opportunity to choose growth over comfort. Growth hurts, but it heals. Regret doesn't hurt until it's too late, and by then it destroys you. So which pain will you carry? Because whether you like it or not, you will carry one. Chapter No 4, your second chance starts now. No matter where you've been, no matter how many times you've chosen comfort, no matter how many battles you've lost against the old you, right now is your second chance. This very moment is proof that life has not given up on you. Because if you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. And as long as you're in the fight, there is hope. Too many people believe they've already missed their shot. They think, I'm too old, too broken, too far gone. I've made too many mistakes. My time has passed. But that's the voice of the old you talking. That's comfort trying to convince you to stay down. Let me tell you the truth: the past doesn't define you. It prepares you. The mistakes, the failures, the wasted time, they don't disqualify you. They equip you. They've given you lessons, scars, wisdom. And those scars, they are not proof of weakness. They are proof that you're still standing. Your second chance doesn't start tomorrow. It doesn't start next week. It starts right now, this very second. Discipline doesn't care about your past. Discipline doesn't care how many times you've failed. Discipline doesn't care how many years you've wasted. Discipline only asks, will you show up today? Will you do the work now? Because if you do, then the future you can still be built. See, Jocko Willink says it best: keen, good, whatever happened, however bad, however painful, good. Because now you have the chance to learn. Now you have the chance to rebuild. Now you have the chance to rise. That perspective changes everything. Instead of letting failure define you, you let it refine you. Instead of letting setbacks stop you, you let them sharpen you. Your second chance doesn't mean erasing the past. It means using it as fuel. Every time you remember the times you gave up, let it drive you to never give up again. Every time you remember the pain of choosing comfort, let it remind you to choose discipline. Every time you feel regret creeping in, let it push you into action. That's what a second chance really is. It's taking everything that once held you back and turning it into momentum that carries you forward. Think about it. Some of the strongest people in history didn't succeed on their first chance. They failed, they stumbled, they hit rock bottom. But they used that rock bottom as a foundation to rebuild higher than they ever imagined. Leaders, innovators, warriors, parents, they all had moments where they could have quit, but they didn't. They chose their second chance. And because of that, their lives became proof of what discipline can create. Your second chance doesn't require perfection. Don't wait until everything feels ready. Don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect mood. That's comfort tricking you again. There is no perfect time. There is only now. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to start one small disciplined choice, one uncomfortable step forward, one decision to refuse comfort and embrace growth, and then another and another. That's how your second chance is built, brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. Maybe your second chance is in your health. You've neglected your body for years, but today you can move. You can eat better. You can take care of the only body you'll ever have. Maybe your second chance is in your relationships. You've let pride, anger, or fear keep you from healing old wounds, but today you can pick up the phone. You can apologize. You can forgive. Maybe your second chance is in your dreams. You've buried them under excuses and doubt, but today you can dig them back up. You can start writing, building, creating, learning. You can begin again. And here's the truth. The second chance won't be easier than the first. In fact, it may be harder because now you're carrying scars, memories of failure, weight of regret. But that weight can either break you or build you. It depends on how you carry it. Carry it with shame and it crushes you. Carry it with discipline and it strengthens you. That's why your second chance is not just an opportunity. It's a responsibility to yourself, to your future, to the people who need your strength, your story, your courage. Don't underestimate the power of your second chance because when you rise, others see it. When you choose discipline, when you break free from comfort, when you refuse to let your past define your future, you become proof for others that they can do the same. Your second chance isn't just about you. It's about every life you will touch because as you refused to quit. So here is your challenge. Draw a line in the sand. Decide that today is the last day the old you wins. Decide that comfort will not own you anymore. Decide that regret will not define you. Choose the pain of growth and embrace it fully. Not halfway, not for a week, not until it's convenient. Choose it for life because this second chance, this moment you have right now is the opportunity to rewrite your story. When you wake up tomorrow and the alarm goes off, remember this, that is your second chance. When you're faced with a hard decision, remember this, that is your second chance. When comfort whispers in your ear, remember this, this is your second chance to silence it. And if you take that chance day after day, you will not only transform your future, you will transform who you are. And at the end of your life, when you look back, you won't see regret. You won't ask, what if? You'll know you lived fully, you fought hard, you chose discipline, and you turned your second chance into your best chance. That is freedom. That is power. That is life. Your second chance starts now. Don't waste it. So I challenge you, today, not tomorrow, step out of the comfort that's been holding you hostage. Choose discipline. Choose growth. Choose freedom. Share your story in the comments. What comfort are you breaking free from? Because your words might inspire someone else to do the same. And if this message lit a fire in you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs strength, and subscribe to SoulVibe, where motivation meets soul. Together, we don't just talk about change, we live it. And finally, what struggle, what challenge, what theme do you want us to tackle next? Drop it below. This isn't just a channel. It's a community of warriors fighting for growth. Thanks to all of